Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup with the makeup that comes with the My Chemical Romance Hipdot makeup collaboration. I'm very excited. I have been wanting these for a while and I finally got my hands on them. I have both box sets. This is the Hipdot My Chemical Romance 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge box set. I will open it up and show it to you. It comes with a double-ended brush that I will be using, a double-ended liquid eyeliner in black, this little enamel pin that I will be probably putting on a jacket. Let me make sure you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. And obviously, this beautiful baby, the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge makeup palette. This is gonna be my first time ever using any Hipdot products. I don't know how they do, but even if they're bad, I'm just excited to have the palette. So this is the palette. It's like, I think I would have changed some of the color choices, but I do like it. It is on theme. The shade names are Saints Protector, Pitchfork Red, Serpent Sun, Starless Eyes, Shotgun Sinners, All the Ghosts, Mausoleum Door, Flock of Doves, and Explosive Light. And I like that it comes with a mirror, because oftentimes I feel like palettes like this don't have mirrors, and I always appreciate a good mirror. So originally, when this came out, I missed it. It sold out so quickly, and I was really bummed. And I was so bummed that I kind of was so angry and irritated with the process on Hipdot's website that when they launched pre-orders for this one, which is the Hipdot Danger Days collaboration with My Chemical Romance, I was so irritated with them that I didn't even try to get it, even though it was like pre-orders and it was open for like a week. I just like refused. Just because I was like, it didn't make sense for me to have this one but not have 3 Cheers when I like 3 Cheers more as an album, right? So I didn't get it. And then that one came back in stock and I got it. And I was like, well, now I need to, the completionist in me is like, well, now since you have the one you wanted more, you should get the other one so you're complete, you have them both. And so it kind of was like, okay, they're not selling this one on the website anymore, but if I can find one reasonably priced and not like jacked up to like $300, I will get it. So I went on eBay. Good old fashioned eBay. I don't know if the kids use eBay anymore, but I went on eBay. And I found this one in Ontario, so the shipping was super reasonable. For bidding, that was like 80 bucks Canadian, so with shipping, it would have come out to like around $100, which is like what I probably would have ended up paying on the Hipdot website anyway, so I snagged her, and now I have them both. And then I was originally going to make this video like this week, like the timing has been this week for a very long time, just because I've had other stuff in previous weeks, so like when I got it, I couldn't right away make the video. And then MCR dropped a new song the same week. This was not timed, it just worked out very nicely. Anyway, so this is the interior of this one. It has these 4 lipsticks that, based on things I've seen online, are gonna probably look horrible because they're probably gonna dry and sink into my lips, but we're gonna try them anyway. Then there's a Better White liquid liner, a Better White kohl liner, so basically like a pencil liner and a liquid liner, both in white. This, what is it called? What is this called? Better Base for a Better You, which I was originally going to use as eyeshadow primer, but it looked kind of like I was worried about it being too greasy as to use as eyeshadow primer. So I put on eyeshadow primer and I'm going to put this on top of the primer. We'll see how it works. There's this adorable little enamel pin, if I can get it out. Again, probably going to go on a jacket. And then of course, la pièce de résistance. The Hipdot MCR Danger Days palette. Oh, sorry, it's called the Art is the Weapon Pigment Palette. My bad. Let's open her up. And she's so colorful. She's so pretty. Oop. She is so pretty and so colorful. I'm thinking I will probably do one eye with the colorful Danger Days palette and the other eye with the 3 Cheers palette, just so I use them both. And then I'll try to use both the black and the white liners, and then I'll do my lips with one of the lipsticks, whatever one I think looks best with the look. It'll probably end up being the red and not the more out there colors, but anyway. Also, I'm wearing I did the rest of my makeup off camera. Everything will be in the description box below. I just didn't think it was necessary to make you guys witness all of that. Cool. Okay, let's get started. The other thing is I'm suffering from a condition called most of my good brushes are dirty, so the ones that are still clean are maybe not the best brushes for this job. If I think something is being affected by the brushes I'm using, I will let you guys know. Hopefully that will not be the case, but who knows. Also, I'm sweating really, really hard. Anyway, so I didn't get these with the hope that the makeup is good. If the makeup is good, that'll be a bonus. I 100% got these because I love My Chemical Romance, and this attempt at making money worked on me. I am a sucker for makeup. I am a sucker for emo bands. It is what it is. If it doesn't work, if the products suck, which they might, I've heard from some people that Hipdot sucks, and from some people Hipdot is great. I don't know, we'll find out today, but even if it's bad, they're beautiful display pieces on a vanity. I keep saying I'm going to display things on my vanity, but my vanity is really too small for display considering how many brushes I have. But in my head, that's a good enough justification, and one day, when I become wildly successful and can afford a nice beauty room slash office slash streaming room slash filming space, etc. That's all gonna be one room. I'm not crazy, they're not gonna be separate rooms. But once I can have a second room for myself, one to sleep in and one to do things in, we're gonna get a bigger table to do makeup on. I'm not gonna take out the lipstick yet because I don't know which one I'm gonna use, and it seems like it'll just take up a lot of pointless space if I take all 4 of them out. So, let's take out the palette. I like that the Danger Days collector box doesn't come with more boxes inside, unlike the 3 Cheers one. Because now it means I have to keep these boxes, which I hate. But it's like if I want to keep everything in the little nice box, I have to keep the boxes that go inside the box, which I hate so much. God, I'm sweating so much. It is a billion degrees out and the lights are not helping, even though I'm filming at 2 in the morning. Ooh, brush. Lovely. I'm glad this came with a brush because, like I said, my personal brush situation is dire. I have a stack here of clean brushes. They're just not... I'm missing some brushes that I would prefer to have, like a good fluffy brush. A good fluffy brush that's not super large. These are kind of big, the ones that I do have. I have a couple, like I have those, you know the Anastasia palettes, the brushes that come with those. I have a couple clean ones of those, but like obviously the reason I have so many of them clean is because they're not my favorite fluffy brushes. Okay, so this brush feels very nice, actually. Some of the bristles are a little bit folded, but that's something that I can't fix when I go to like wash the brush. And I can see how that could happen because like even now trying to put the lid back on, it's kind of difficult to not lose bristles or like not fuck up the bristles. Like I understand why it happened. Let's get started. Oh, I never said the names of the shades in the Danger Days palette. Oh, I'm gonna break a nail so badly I can feel it. The Danger Days palette is a tiny bit smaller actually. I didn't really realize, but there's less product in it. There's nearly, well, this is double net weight. I don't know if they're talking about the product or the whole thing, but this one's 18 grams, this one's 9 grams. I don't know if that matters to people, but they're both 9 shades. It's just this one, I think the shades are like significantly bigger, unless it's also including the weight of the packaging. I can't really tell. No, the shades are significantly bigger, actually. Now that you open them and look at them side by side, you can tell the shades are much bigger in this one. But anyway, the shades in the Danger Days palette are Destroya, Mouse Cat, Show Pony, Look Alive, Vampire Money, Planetary, Motor Baby, which is a beautiful shade, Keep Running, and In the Lights You Make. This is like, I feel like cuter packaging, but just in terms of like the interior, just having a little more thought put into it. But they all have the same stamp, whereas this one, the stamps into the shadows are different, which I like. And the mirror is just a little more practical because there's not like a design going over it. Obviously how you feel about that is a dealer's choice. Okay, I'm going to take some of this white base and I'm going to put it on my eyelid using probably this brush, mostly because I don't want, my nails are really long right now, so I don't want to go in with my finger because I just don't like that idea. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's actually very white. Like to a degree that I was gonna originally put on both eyes, but it's actually very, like, it's not sheer. I thought it was gonna be more sheer than it is. So I'm going to only do it on one eye because I don't think the 3 Cheers palette, because it's all dark colors, really needs it, and I'm actually worried those shades would perform worse on like a really bright white base like this. I was right about not using this as primer though. It's very greasy, I can tell. I'm going to let that dry and start working on this eye with the Three Cheers palette. And then we'll come back to this eye and the Danger Days palette. So I'm going to grab this brush, and I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't planned this at all. I'm just going to look at the palette and see what speaks to me. I'm going to take Mausoleum d'Or, which is this like light orangey brown shade, and I think put that in my crease, like as a kind of transition-y shade. I like how that went down, honestly, like so far. It went on pretty smooth. Obviously, this is not gonna be like, I'm like gonna edit and then go to bed. So like, I don't know how this is gonna like perform. Like, I don't know if this is the kind of eyeshadow that looks good like after 8 hours. Oh, I don't like how this base looks. It's already like getting kind of gross and creasy, but it's possible I just put on too much. Like, I am totally down to like accept fault for that. I have tissue. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off a little bit because it's possible I just took way too much on there. So I kind of want to give it a fair shot. So I'm taking off some of it, but it does feel really greasy. I'm glad I didn't use it as like an eyeshadow primer, because it's definitely not a primer. And like, in their defense, they didn't tell me it was a primer. They weren't like, yes, prime with this. But anyway, then I'm going to take the other end of this brush and grab, I'm gonna grab Starless Eyes, which is this kind of deeper red shade, and go over my lid with it. And I'm gonna grab a different brush and grab Saints Protect Her, which is kind of like this, like, I don't know if it's more purple or navy, but it's basically this navy-ish, purplish dark shade, and kind of do that on my outer edge to kind of deepen it up a little bit. This one's a little harder to use, but that just could be my brush choice. Like, I don't want to solely blame the shadow. Like, my brush could be contributing to the problem. And then I'm just gonna grab the thing I used to do Mausoleum d'Or and just kind of like blend with it. Yeah, I don't love how this shade like looks on the eye, but we're gonna go with it. And then I think I'm going to grab, actually I'm gonna grab the brush. Hello. What the oh my god. Am I stupid? Did I know it did that? Sorry, I'm like very thrown because you can pull this up and down, which I didn't realize. Anyway, please ignore me. I'm very amused. I'm going to grab, I don't know if either of these do what I really wanted to do, but anyway, I'm gonna grab Shotgun Sinners and start running that, which is like the gray shade, the matte gray shade, and run that from the inner lower line, and then I'm gonna blend it out into Serpent Sun, which is the black, when I get to the outer part. I'm trying to use as many colors as I can. I don't know or really care if this is like a super cohesive look. Oh god, that black is, she do be black. I do look a little bit like I've been punched in the face, but I feel like My Chemical Romance also during this era often looked like they'd been punched in the face, so like, I think that means I'm on the right track. Okay, cool. And then I think I'm gonna grab this shade. What have I not used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm pretty much gonna use every shade in this palette, I think, except for Pitchfork Red, which is this brighter, like, orangey red, and All the Ghosts, which is the brown, which is fine. Everybody has a brown. Even if this brown, like, were to not perform well, everybody fucking has a brown. It's not a big deal. So anyway, I'm gonna grab Explosive Light, which is the only like shimmery shade in this palette. It's like the silvery one, and put that in my inner corner. And then I think I'm gonna take Flock of Doves, which is the white, and use that to go under my brow. And I think we're gonna call it on that eye, at least for the shadow. Then we'll do the shadow on this eye, and then we'll move to liner. Cool. Okay, I fucking hate this base. I even took some off and it's still creasing. Like it's bad. I'm sorry. I don't like this base. We'll see if the shadows perform miraculously on it, but I have a feeling the shadows are not gonna perform well on it just based on how greasy and creasy it looks. Like I don't think it's gonna be good. But I don't know, maybe if you set it with powder it will. But I really hate what this base is doing. Like I hate it so much. Okay, so explosive light in the inner corner. And then this pitchfork, or sorry, this Flock of Doves shade right under the brow here. And then I'm just gonna grab some Mausoleum Door again and just like blend that all out. And I think we can call it on the eye. It definitely looks like I've been punched in the face, but that is the look, I guess. Cool. I'm going to put this away. And we're gonna move on to the Danger Days palette. Okay, I feel bad that I keep butchering the names. This one's called, okay, this one is called the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge palette. So it's not my fault for thinking the other one's called the Danger Days palette. I just thought it would be consistent. But no, this one's called the Art is the Weapon palette. Okay, so this one's got much brighter color. I definitely want to use that Motor Baby shade because it's very pretty. Okay. I think to try to keep things consistent, I'm going to put that Vampire Money red shade on my lid again. But everything around that. And I think, ooh, I think Motor Baby on the lower lash would be really fun. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna start same way. I'm gonna grab Keep Running, which is this light brown shade, and put that up here as like a creasy transition-y shade, and hopefully that'll also set that abhorrent white. It is sort of helping with the white. I don't know if I like it. We'll see how the colors go on, but so far, am not McLovin' it. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab Vampire Money, the red center shade, and put that on the lid to kind of attempt to have some cohesion between both eyes. They're not gonna have any cohesion, but we're gonna try. Great. Then I'm gonna grab this little itty bitty side of this and take Look Alive, which is the yellow, and put that in the inner corner, going kind of into the red. It's not a whole lot of it. We're not using a lot, but we're using as much as we can. And then I think I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm going to use Mouse Cat, which is this blue shade, and use that on the outer edge. And sort of blend those together. It's gonna make a bit of a purple where they blend, which is fine by me. And then I'm going to take the Show Pony, which is that pink, and put that all above everything I just did. Actually, I'm going to do it above this part. And then I'm going to blend the outer edge with Destroya, which is the green. And then I'm going to grab another fluffy brush and just like blend the shit out of everything I just did. And then I think the only shade I'm not going to use in this one is Planetary, which is the orange. But based on how the other colors are performing, I'm sure it's pretty solid. I think I'm going to go back and just intensify the red again because I'm kind of losing it a bit. Like it's kind of gotten lost among everything else. And then I think I'm going to grab the edge of the brush that I didn't use, and I'm going to do Motor Baby, which is this beautiful shimmery blue, on the outer edge, and then I'm going to go in the lights you make on the inner lower line. I hope that made sense. It's possible it didn't. And I take back what I said with the powders on top. The base wasn't horrible. I don't know if I like it, but it wasn't horrible. Great. These are two completely different moods. But I do think they represent their respective albums well, and I do think the red on the center does offer some cohesion. I have so much fallout on my face, but let's not worry about it. If I can kind of dab it off, that would be great though. I don't know if I successfully got rid of it, but I super didn't. I super have fallout on this eye, but whatever. This is probably a good palette to do your makeup, your eye makeup on first and your base makeup on after, but we all make mistakes. Okay. Now, I'm gonna kind of set aside all of the brushes I did use so I don't confuse them with the brushes I didn't use. And we're gonna pull over these liners. Okay. So I think I'm gonna use the pencil kohl liner on both of my lower lash lines, basically. This is kind of stiff. I don't super love it for the lower lash line. It's very stiff. But I do see it, like it is there. I like don't know how long it would last, but it's there, it's working. So anyways, did you guys listen to the new Mercier song? Because I fucking love it, it's so good. What I like most about it is like it feels so much like My Chemical Romance, but it's totally new. Like listening to it, I was like, oh, this feels familiar and totally new at the same time, which is I think kind of what you want your favorite band to sound like. And then I think I'm gonna grab, okay, I have no idea what in God's name you use this side of this liner for. Like I don't know what shape this is and I don't know what you would use it for. It's like so blunt. So we're not gonna use that side, but we're gonna use the pointy side and just do like normal wings on both sides. This isn't bad. It's a bit stiffer and drier than I would like, but it's not bad. Not my favorite. I don't know if I'd use this again, just because it's really stiff and I prefer a bit more of like flexibility in my liners, but the actual like color is good. It doesn't smear. Like it's not one of those ones that like, because it's so wet, you immediately like fuck up your face when you blink. I think I'm gonna now grab the Better White liquid liner and just maybe do some like embellishments under with the white. I wish this was a bit more opaque. It's not super, like, obviously white, but it's not bad. Again, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I know white liners are really hard to use. I've yet to use one that goes on, like, actually, like, properly white, so, like, I don't fault them for that. It's fine. Cool. And then I'm just gonna put some mascara on off camera. I'm gonna be using the Milk Kush mascara. Hello, I'm back. I'm trying to figure out what lipstick I want to use. So we got the obvious choice, which is this red in Cobra Kid. Let me open her up. It's kind of like almost more bronzy. It's like a reddish, red with like a bronze overtone. These all seem like metallic, which is why I think they're actually gonna look awful on the lips. I understand like thematically why they're metallic. I just know they're gonna look like shit. There's this blue in Jetstar, which is kind of interesting. I almost kind of want to do that. There's this green one in Fun Ghoul, which is almost like, is this even green? It might be more of a silver. I can't super tell. I probably should have swatched these. My bad. And then there's this yellowy one, which is Party Poison, which is like, it's a gold. It's actually more of a gold. Definitely not this one. I think there's nothing on this eye that I think gold would look particularly good with. So definitely not Party Poison. Alright, I don't know when my camera stopped recording, but what I was saying was to reflect kind of like the red on the upper lid and the blue on my lower lash line. I think maybe doing red on my upper lip and then blue on my lower lip would kind of work, and it would be a good way to like, display more than one of the colors. So I think I'm gonna do that. Like I said, this kind of goes on like shit. But again, I've literally never enjoyed putting on any sort of metallic lip product. I'm glad the metallic lip trend like lasted like 2 weeks and then immediately died. I got like 2 metallic lip products. Tried them, hated them both. Was like, I'm never doing this myself. Like, it's not even like a problem with the formula. The formula feels fine. Metallic lips inherently look like shit. I'm sorry. I've never seen it done well. Just put glitter on a normal lipstick if you really want it to look glittery that bad. Okay, these are kind of patchy, I'll be honest. Like, you can probably tell, like, they're very obviously patchy. Like, I don't know if you're expected to layer them, but I don't like that. I've never in my life layered lipsticks. I expect my lipsticks to be like one and done swipes. But let's go on top, I guess. I think if these weren't metallic, like if they were just like the matte colors, or just like had a bit of a sheen, but not metallic, they'd be really nice. Like this blue shade would be great. They'd be such fun colors. Like, I almost wonder if these are meant to be toppers, but they literally say liquid lipstick on them. If you tell me something's a liquid lipstick, I'm not expecting it to be a topper for another lipstick. I can't even swipe because every time I swipe, it like erases what's under it. Okay. I think that's the best we're gonna do on the lip. I'm just gonna set my face with the Urban Decay Eyeliner, and then I will come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, hi, I'm back. One thing I want to say is this already feels super drying, like my lips feel super drying, but it's not actually dry. Like, because it was feeling so drying, I wanted to tap my lips together to see if it was transfer proof or not, and I don't know if you guys can tell, you probably can, but there's like a giant smudge of blue on my upper lip now where the red is, because I tapped my lips together because I was trying to test to see if it was dry. So yeah, don't love the way the lips feel, don't like how they look. Like I said, I think metallics just don't look good for the most part. I can already tell it's just gonna start flaking off. Forget about it lasting at all. Eyes, I think, look fine. A bit muddy, but that could have been the brushes I used and the technique I used. Like, they're not bad eyeshadows. Like, I've definitely paid more for worse. They're not bad. I know it's really hard, especially with these, to get like really good colors like that. And these are pretty solid, I would say. The liners are fine. They're very average. But I'm not like unhappy with my purchase. I think it's very fun. I got it mostly for the gimmick, like for the My Chemical Romance nostalgia of it all. And the makeup is like surprisingly good. Like, again, it's not the best makeup in the world, but also at the price points they were selling it at, I was not expecting the best makeup in the world. Like, it was maybe a little bit higher than like Morphe, which again, this is totally Morphe caliber. So, you know, not the best, not the worst. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, I'm not unhappy, and I do think these eyes respectively represent the albums they're supposed to be representing pretty solidly. Like the colors on this one and the colors on this one. Like, if you covered this eye, I'd be like, yeah, 3 cheers for Sweet Revenge. And if you covered this eye, I'd be like, yeah, Danger Days. So, you know, I think it does what it's supposed to do, and that's all I can really ask. Not mad about it. Really, like, don't regret getting it. Really happy I have both. Would love to display them one day. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up because I have to edit. But with all that being said, if you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you wanted to follow me on other social media platforms, you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitch. And if you wanted to hang out with me in other videos, I post new videos every Wednesday. So please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye!